Hey guys, Dennis here again, and we are back with a brand new video. Today I want us to look at the top best online side gigs that have the potential to give you some good money, actually about over $1,000 plus a month if you focus and do them right. So think about it. You could be a professional, or perhaps you are working to become one. Now, whether you are a professional or not, and perhaps you're saying maybe I don't have the time, or I am too busy, maybe you are studying, or maybe you have some job already, but who doesn't need an extra money? Every one of us does, right? So what are these 10 side gigs that we can actually start doing today or start learning today that have the potential to give us some really good returns? Now, if you are talking about not having time, remember that in my future videos, I will be talking about how you can actually plan yourself so that you can create an extra 2 to 3 hours a day to help you work on your side hustle. Now, let's move to the first online side gig. Now, the first online side gig that I want you to focus on is freelance writing. Now, when you think about freelance writing, what comes to your mind? I got you, right? It could be like academic writing, but we are not just talking about academic writing here. We are talking about several ways of doing freelance writing, and this is in the tune of copywriting, content writing. We have ghost writing, where you write ebooks, you can have transcription and all this kind of thing. Now, in my other videos, I will be sharing precisely what are these types of online writing formats that you can actually adopt and learn to get you some money. But one thing I want you to take for sure is, if you are a good writer and you can write, then freelance writing is one of the ways that you can actually get some really good money online. So let's move to the second one. The second one is online teaching. Now, think about it. You could be a skilled person. Perhaps you are a teacher. Maybe you can teach English, or maybe you can teach science or mathematics, or perhaps you can teach videography, right? Or baking. Now, there are so many things you can actually teach, and people will pay to get that from you. Now, with online teaching, what you need to do is to really identify a particular skill that you can do or you can learn really fast and teach other people. And the thing is, you don't have to be extremely expert at it, as long as you are just a little bit ahead of the rest in terms of your knowledge and your ability to research further. Online teaching is another one. And I know, by the way, online teachers who earn over $1,000 a month, and some of them actually create courses, they upload them on certain sites, and they don't have to teach that course ever again. So every month they just check on this portal and they realize that they have $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, 300,000 Kenya shillings a month from a course that they shot last year. Online teaching is another opportunity that I want you to really focus on. And I know that in the coming videos, I will be sharing more with you on how you can get started in online teaching. So don't go any further. Make sure you subscribe, because I will be talking more about it. When we move to the rest, to the next, we talk about starting a money-making blog. Now, many of us have talked about blogging before, and you know, when you think about blogging, you think about WordPress, you think about Blogspot, and you know, it's just something that most people do because they want to share their ideas out there. Now, do you know that blogging is a very lucrative business? And actually, there are people who get lots and lots of money from blogging, right? Actually, I know of people who make over $7,000 a month from blogging, simply because they have dedicated it, they have built it through time, and it's actually beginning to pay them. So if you want to build something along blogging, this is the line for you. You could learn right online or through specialized courses that I will be sharing with you, that you actually use to guide yourselves through starting and building your money-making blog. So I look forward to seeing your blog and reading about it, right? The next online side gig is affiliate marketing. Now, think about Uber. or think about online e-commerce platforms. Think about all these content creators and product sellers. They want to market their products, but what they can't do is to constantly market it because they are busy creating the product. Now there is a bracket of people who are called affiliate marketers. Affiliate marketers simply look for affiliate links of these e-commerce platforms and they promote them on the e-commerce platform's behalf. As a return, they get some income. Now, the best part of this is if you can build an audience around a certain niche, then you realize that you can actually get lots and lots of money. One of my online mentors is very, very successful doing this because he has a following of over 15,000 followers, and because of this, every time he posts affiliate links related to what he's talking about, he gets lots of people buying from his link. And the best part is you can integrate affiliate marketing with blogging, and then you realize that all of them are so interconnected after all. So affiliate marketing is a very, very simple and easy way to get started as you build your marketing skills. Let's move to the next one. The next online side gig is being a virtual assistant. Now, I was talking to somebody the other day about virtual assistants, and this person was telling me that virtual assistants just exist in the Western countries, say the US or in Europe. But I want to tell you for sure that there are people in Africa, there are people in Kenya, there are people in Uganda, in Rwanda, who are virtual assistants to other people. As a virtual assistant, what exactly is it? So being a virtual assistant, what you're doing is you are helping other people who are too busy, perhaps in their profession or in their business, to manage their day-to-day activities. So you could be making calls on their behalf, you could be responding to their emails, you could be doing this kind of ad hoc activities for them. So virtual assistants works very well because there are certain sites where you simply apply to actually become a virtual assistant. Some of these sites could be UPWORK, some of them could be Fiverr and FREELANCE, and so many others. And I will be sharing with you some of these sites and how exactly to apply to get this kind of opportunities. So if you haven't subscribed, you have to definitely do so because most of this content will be coming right to you. Right, so let's look at the next one. The next online gig is creating and selling online content. Now, this online content could be courses, they could be ebooks, they could be pictures, they could be certain videos that actually work. So how do you create this? So if you are skilled in a particular area, or if you are strategic enough to pull resources in that area, then you definitely create something and you host it online, and then you're able to generate consistent revenue from that. Very prominent people use this in terms of creating online courses, and I think most of us may have come in contact with certain online courses, or you could have come in touch with an ebook maybe on Amazon that you are to buy, and then you used $6 to buy it or $10. You know, when you get people buying your products over and over and over again, then you realize that your income keeps growing as well. So creating and selling online content is one of the most lucrative ways to make money online as well. So let's look at the next one, and on to the next one is online bookkeeping. Now, this is specifically for those who are good in accounting, but if you are not good but you have an interest there, then it's also a very easy way to learn. I come across some of my friends or some of the people I know who are accountants, and then they tell me, oh, you know, there is no job, or I just lost my job. And I keep thinking, why not create an online bookkeeping practice? Most businesses, most people are looking at managing their personal finances, they're looking at managing their business financial records, and an online bookkeeper can actually help them keep their books. And what you need to do is to simply create a portfolio of what you do, get 2 or 3 people, offer services to them for free so that you can get some kind of social proof and endorsements. When you have 1 or 2 people and offer services to them for free, and you tell them that when I do this, you could recommend me to your next colleagues. These businesses know each other, and in that particular case, you could be doing this gig for free here, but you are getting connections to so many other people and businesses who eventually uplift your business to another level. Now, online bookkeeping is very lucrative, guys, because everybody is talking about money, and many people want to find ways to make money, to manage their money, and to grow their money. So if you can look in those particular areas with online bookkeeping, you can make a good fortune out of it. Let's look at the next, and this is selling your skills. The next online gig is selling your skills on Fiverr or UPWORK or Freelancer and several other online sites. Now, you could be skilled as a writer, you could be skilled as a designer, as a videographer, a video editor, a web programmer, and so many other things. Whatever skill you have, you can actually sell it, and sell it on online platforms to companies and businesses that need your services at a cheaper price. Why do we call it cheaper? Because companies on normal levels would hire somebody to stay for, say, 1 year or 2 years, to come to work, to pay their insurance and this kind of thing. Companies traditionally have realized that is super expensive, so they are adopting remote work practices where they are getting skilled people from across the world to come and help them do their stuff. And this could be web programming, this could be graphic design, or even content creation, plus so many others. So when you can sell your skills on these online sites, you can make a very decent income as well. And in the future videos, I will be talking about how do you actually package your skills, how do you create a portfolio, how do you approach clients, and how do you get to win them so that you can monetize your skills on these platforms. So be sure to watch those videos when we upload them. On to the next one. You could also turn one of your spare rooms into an Airbnb. So perhaps you live in a 1-bedroom, and I talk about this because right where we are shooting this video, we have a 1-bedroom, right? So right here, one of such rooms could actually be an Airbnb unit. And in such a place, if you live in a busy place where people come and go, then you could be having roommates who come and live with you, but in return, they could pay you anything between $10 to $30 per night. I remember there was a time in my life when I used to travel a lot, and most of the places where I lived was in Airbnb apartments. In particular, when I went to Tanzania, Dar es Salaam, I remember going into this unit and booking it online. I paid this guy, the guy was charging $15. When I went into his apartment, I found it was about 3 or 4 rooms, and this guy just has one of the rooms. So 3 other rooms are for rent on Airbnb. Now, when I asked him, because I didn't meet him, but when I asked him on call, he told me all of them are booked and only my unit was left. So I was surprised because he told me that in a month he could make double the rent of that place. So he wasn't paying rent, he was living in a very big unit in a very posh neighborhood, and he was able to foot that by just turning some of his rooms into an Airbnb and making an extra income. So you see, you don't even have to own the unit, you don't have to have the space. You could actually plan yourself in such a way that you could potentially relocate to a place where you get the unit and rent some of it. So that is another way of getting some good income. Let's look at the final online side gig, the 10th online side gig. So onto this one, you could be looking at your phone, so right, skimming through social media and trying to post content. Now, one of the effective ways of marketing is through social media, and many companies are looking for what we call social media managers. So a side gig is to become a social media manager, and as a social media manager, you are simply posting content on this company's behalf. You're simply managing their online platform. You're writing to their potential clients. You could be designing newsletters and sending it on their behalf, and so many other things. But as a social media manager, what you're doing is you're managing the online social media platforms for a particular person or for a particular company. Normally they do pay per week or they pay per month, but regardless of the agreements you make, this is a very decent way of making money because you simply still get to be online, you get to do everything for this company or this person, and the best part is this: you can get as many clients as you want. So imagine you have a client that pays you up to $300 a month to manage their social media platform. Now, that is all their social media platforms. There are tools that you can actually use to automate some of these things by scheduling it. And you can actually get several other clients to make that money a very decent figure eventually. These are the top 10 online side gigs for skilled professionals that can potentially earn you over $1,000 a month. And I will be sharing more about them as we go, and many others. And I want to tell you for sure that these are things that work. These are things that I've seen happen, and I've seen people around me actually building them as well. And I also have some of them that also work for me as well. So before you go any further, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment on which of these side gigs do you prefer, and then I would be glad to follow up with you and see how we can grow this further. Till next time, have a fantastic day. Goodbye.